In today's video, we're diving into the mesmerizing world of Nikon super wide lenses, specifically the Nikkor 14-24mm S lens. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this lens is packed with latest technology for the Nikon mirrorless Z system. This lens gives you the ability to capture stunning images. So grab your camera and let's embark on this creative journey together. Let's get started. I've taken this lens out many times since I did my unboxing video. The link for that is in the description below. This lens has proven to be an exceptional in performance. I learned what the S designation means out in the field. More about that later on in this video. So, where are we today? Loon Lake, an amazing natural lake about 15 miles off the coast into the Oregon coastal range. Easy to find, heading north on Highway 101, turn right at Reedsport onto Highway 38. That 10 miles in, past the Elk Reserve, turn right once more, and 5 miles up the canyon, following the stream, you'll arrive at this beautiful vacation spot. So let's talk about zoom range, or focal length range if you prefer. This is a super wide angle lens covering 14 to 24 millimeter. This lens brought me back to the rules of composition. If you're not familiar with the super wide lenses, you'll be surprised to see everything that's included in your frame. I'm talking about your feet, the truck mirror, the edge of the asphalt, all the elements you don't want in your photograph. Suddenly, you will learn that there is such a thing as too much sky. And part of composing was remembering to look at my foreground. And this is where the S really paid off. But like I said, more about that later. It goes from f2.8 to f22. Using this lens out in the field for landscapes, I found there is no noticeable distortion, vignetting, or chromatic aberration. In the unboxing video, we mentioned that the DP review and Nikon gave you those technical reviews that covered distortion, vignetting, and chromatic aberration. I haven't seen any lens flare, but I will say that I use lens hoods consistently. Speaking of lens hoods, Nikon gives you two in the box, and they each have tight fitting covers. One of the lens hoods is made for using filters, and you do want to consider a polarizing filter to use with this lens. There's a slot in the rear of the lens for a gel filter, and we'll review both types of the filter usage in an upcoming video. This lens has a switch for auto and manual focus. As a landscape photographer, I haven't used the manual focus, but it will come in handy for astrophotography. A nice feature of this lens is its weather sealing. Here in Oregon, that certainly comes in handy. I've had it out in the fog, light rain, and mist without worry. I've used a camera raincoat for heavier rain and spray from surf, and it covered my camera and the full length of my lens. And I would recommend you do the same. There's no reason to tempt fate. So now for the S designation. Nikon says the S means that they put their super integrated coating on the optical elements, which set these lenses apart as the top of their line. S also means super sharp and superior. And speaking about sharpness, this lens produces tack sharp elements. When I'm shooting on the beach and my foreground is sand, I can see every grain in my image. After using this lens for the past 12 weeks, my hope has been confirmed. When I bought this lens, I was unsure that it was worth the extra $1,000 more. But I find it is a resounding, affirming yes. It meets and exceeds my expectations. I believe all future lenses for me will be Nikkor S lenses. I'm not a die-hard Nikkor user. I've used glass from Sigma, Tamron, Laowa. There are other super wide lens options that are easier on the wallet, but if you want sharp, fine details in your images, then this is the lens for you. The one drawback is that there is no optical image stabilization, but that's typical for super wide angle lenses. And as a landscape photographer who uses tripod often, it is not an issue. I find using a tripod slows me down in a good way, and it helps me think about the image I want to capture, resulting in, I hope, a better image. Can I shoot handheld? Yes, and I do. But it is about the journey, right? Until next time, slow down and enjoy the ride.
If you got value from this content, please like and subscribe. It helps us reach more people like you. Hello! Just want to give a shout out to the Espresso Mill. These guys are fantastic. We had breakfast bagels this morning and some of the best coffee I've ever had. They're located in Empire, which is between North Bend and Charleston. But I would absolutely suggest, if you're here in the South Oregon coast, that you stop by and see these guys, because they are fantastic. And their food is wonderful, they're really friendly, and like I said, it's some of the best coffee I've ever had.